Combining antibacterial water-saving tech, modern electronic advances leads to a range of items that are both environmentally conscious and energy efficient. By far, in my opinion, the best company profile video I've ever seen. Take a look at SCHELL.
Water, woods, unspoiled nature. These are not the only things that typifies our land. It is also home of a highly advanced valve industry. SCHELL is one of the first addresses for high-quality fittings for building technology across the world. The family-owned company in Olpe, now in its third generation, continues to represent uncompromising quality and pursuit for innovations and sustainable solutions. All of which values that Hubert SCHELL committed himself when he founded the company in 1932. If you choose SCHELL, you are choosing quality products made in Germany. More than 15 million items are made here from one source every year. From the initial idea to the finished product. Technically innovative, aesthetically demanding, perfectly produced, and in collaboration with designers of global renown. This is guaranteed by more than 400 employees at our two state-of-the-art plants in Olpe, where the taps and valves for wash basins, showers, WCs or urinals, where the regulating angle valves, connection fittings for domestic appliances, or gas and heating installation fittings. Today, we supply more than 2,000 products to meet the increasing customer demands across the world. This includes the commitment for the responsible use of drinking water. By using sanitary fittings, such as those made by SCHELL, it is possible to save up to 60% water. Hygiene also plays a vital role, especially in public sanitary rooms. A typical area of usage for our touch-free basin, WC and urinal fittings. Numerous SCHELL fittings have been awarded the WELL Efficiency label alongside many other certifications. Compliance with international standards can be taken for granted. We are present in over 50 countries, and this figure is growing. It is no surprise that our fittings can be found at many projects across the globe. In our international training centers, our customers are given the commercial and technical knowledge they require for their day-to-day work. But it is no less important for us to make the SCHELL brand an experience to be embodied by our customers. What started as a small Olpe-based company back in 1932 has matured over the course of time to become a global player. A success story that would not have been achieved without skilled and motivated staff. They own the competence and innovative strength that have made us what we are today. One of the world's leading specialists for fittings and valve technology. SCHELL. Valve technology, made in Germany.
Only two facilities, and when they say two, side by side. That factory you saw is fully autonomous. There are very few people in there, and the manufacturing process happens automatically. It's spotlessly clean, and boy do they know what they're talking about. Their angle valves are some of the best.
They're small, they're numerous, viruses and bacteria. And some only want one thing, to infect us and make us ill. And that very often in public sanitary rooms. For example, in swimming pools, at railway stations, at airports, or also at service areas. Newer studies indicate 60% of the service areas investigated in Germany are precarious to health. Thus, it's about time to make life really difficult for germs & co. with SCHELL solutions. For example, triggering fittings contact-free. Your advantage? You avoid contact with possible pathogens. And that's what matters. Because according to WHO, up to 80% of all infection illnesses are transmitted by the hands. Further hygiene requirement? Easy external cleaning of the fittings. Self-evident for SCHELL due to the rounded corners and, in particular, smooth surfaces, as well as the exclusive application of materials compatible to drinking water in accordance with the actual requirements. However, a greater risk is waiting in the shower area, Legionella bacteria. According to actual estimates, up to 30,000 people become infected with this in Germany alone each year, whereby in serious cases, Legionnaire's disease can result, and as a consequence, dangerous pneumonia. In 10 to 15% of cases, this is fatal. So, how to combat this? Firstly, prevent water standing too long in pipelines. Secondly, make sure that the hot water temperature is always more than 55 degrees. And thirdly, be safe and use thermal disinfection. Simply heat the hot water tank to 70 degrees and subsequently flush all outlet valves in the complete system for approximately 3 minutes, using hot water at a minimum of 70 degrees. For Legionella bacteria, that means certain demise. Just as important as thermal disinfection is the regular check of the drinking water. Only thus can it be verified that the hot water system is also actually free of germs. What do you require? A certified sampler and sampling valve from SCHELL. However, it's not only Legionella bacteria that presents a big risk to the health of users of public sanitary rooms. It's also stagnating water, because large biofilms form in it that are ideal breeding grounds for viruses and bacteria. Our answer? Electronically controlled fittings. They trigger a flush for approximately 30 seconds at the latest 24 hours after the previous use. By the way, with many of our products, stagnation intervals and flushing duration can be reliably and easily set, using a laptop and our SCHELL software. And what happens if wash basins are not used in the short term or long term? No problem. Our innovative high-twin technology makes sure that there is a continuous flow of water through wall mounting discs, angle valves, and fitting connection lines for drinking water up to the outlet valves. So you can see, SCHELL provides many solutions in order to ensure user and drinking water hygiene in public and commercial sanitary rooms. Bad times for Germs & Co. Good times for you. SCHELL. Responsibility for health.
Have the ability to communicate with an app on your phone. Where say that if you go out for a long vacation, you can program the SCHELL system to cycle water through your system. Say for example, you run on a well water system of a normal well, a Linda. There's different kinds of material that can fall into a well. SCHELL angle valves come with microfine filters, and if it's connected to a hot water system, can be programmed to make sure that it's clean. Sri Lanka is blessed with water that you can drink off the tap. Many countries, like in Europe, even our neighbor India, can't do that. You will almost definitely get sick. I had the chance to live in Canada, and the water is very heavy, full of calcium, like what we experience in Puntland. So, aside from the amazing water that we have here, you can doubly assure your customers that it's clean by using a product like this. So, just like many certifications that we have seen, they mention the well water label. Well measures water efficiency and use. You will see a well energy label and a well water label. I'll say that I haven't seen it in many of our Singer or Advanced showrooms, but there have been some here and there. Maybe if you purchase Deco or in the higher end brands, you will see a well energy efficiency label. What it means is these products have been tested to operate on the lowest possible amount of power to give you the same result. What it means in water is that it's able to still give you a strong water output, but still use less water. Just like how Hans Kroner uses the air to water ratio, SCHELL is able to do that with the design of its taps. And by using SCHELL technology, you don't use less water, you use less water simply by having it electronically programmed. There's a control in between you and the water. So you get used to it. You get used to using less. Being able to wash your hands or face with just the right amount of water, which is already made clean for you.